Welcome back. In the previous lesson, we've looked at voice leading with some elementary examples using triads. Here we're going to look at voice leading from a slightly more advanced point of view, just using more advanced chords. I'm going to play a game, so I'm going to repeat the rules of the last video. And in this game, I'm going to try, as I transition from different chords, to keep one note common and move the other notes as little as possible. And by as little as possible, I mean at most 2 semitones. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say I have a simple 2-5-1 progression. So I have, let's work in the key of C. I have a D minor to a G to a C. Now for the D minor, I'm going to play a, let's say, a D minor 9. And owing to my rules, I am going to try and keep at least one note constant. In fact, I'm going to keep 2 of them constant. I'm going to keep the 2 outer notes, the F and the E, constant. And I'm going to move these 2 middle notes a semitone down each. And for the next move, I'm going to move, resolving to the C. I'm going to move this one a semitone down, this one a semitone down, and this one 2 semitones down. And then I could go to an A minor. So I'm just moving this guy down. So playing it all together, I get and this is sort of the power of voice leading in jazz. By keeping the chords as similar as possible to each other in each step and making as little motion as possible, you can achieve this very fluid, smooth, flowing kind of sound. Now there's more than one way of voice leading, and let me give you a different example, starting from the same D minor 9, and now instead of moving the 2 internal notes down, I'm going to actually move them in opposite directions. So this is going to go down, and this is going to go up. And then I'm going to resolve to a C major 7, or actually C major 9. So let me play this out. And then to an A minor 9. So you see this sort of internal motion within the chord, where 2 notes went in different directions, really gave you an interesting dissonant kind of sound. Let me show you where this can give you more interesting sounds. So I'm going to start with the D minor 9 again. I'm going to take these 2 internal notes down. Now for the C chord, I'm going to take these 2 notes down, so the F and the E are going to go down, but I'm going to keep these 2 notes intact. Now you see that what I'm playing isn't really a C chord, but really a sort of like a C augmented kind of chord, because I would have played the G, but I'm really playing the sharp G. And now I'm going to do the same sort of trick in which I take the 2 internal notes and I move them in different directions. So this one's going to go down, this one's going to go up, and I'm going to play an A minor. So starting from the beginning, I have so you see, even though I wasn't really playing a C major or major 7th chord, but really a C augmented, it all fit in well because I was really kind of resolving down to an A minor. So I made a little bit of a detour on the way, which was okay, because all kind of my ear or the listener was waiting for was this A minor. This is a very important idea in jazz, where it matters more where you're going to rather than where you're at now. So you can play some all sorts of progressions where you can plug in seemingly unrelated chords as long as you resolve properly to the end chord. Let's try and just play a progression where I'm voice leading chords one into the other. And I'm going to go around this 2-5-1 sort of thing. I'm going to play a 2-5-1-6. So a C to an A minor to a D minor to a G, with possible variations, minor to major, or some chord substitutions, which I'll note out on the screen as I play. Okay, let's see what we get. So I did play it, I think, an octave too low, or actually I wouldn't probably have played this particular voicing exactly in C, but for consistency's sake, I just stuck with the sort of the easiest scale there is, so you can sort of, some of you can follow better than if I had played it in a more outlandish scale. That's it. I'm gonna let you sort of practice and go over the chords I've played and maybe play around with the ideas. Of course, transpose it to other keys, which is always an interesting and useful thing to do. And I will see you next time.